Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I got a highly requested video of Canadian poutine. I just poured the gravy because it needs to be piping hot. Okay, and we'll discuss how we made it. And yeah, so I use both cheese curds and mozzarella because not all places use authentic cheese curds. And the cheese curds look like this. They come in all different sizes. They're very close to a mozzarella. And when they're big, I tend to cut them because they're very hard to melt. Okay? So when you put the gravy on, this has to be done hot, hot, hot. Okay? So I'm going to talk more about the poutine. And I'm going to tag people. Okay, I used both, like I said. First of all, homemade fries. No frozen shit. You know what? I have a Coke and a beer. This requires a beer. So if you can't find cheese curds, there's nothing wrong with the mozzarella. Plus, it melts easier. I use both. I've seen places use cheddar and mozzarella blend. So, but the key is good fries, good gravy. Normally, I make my own gravy. And I freeze it for when we want to do poutine or anything like that. Unfortunately, I didn't have any today. So, I will show you the next best thing. If you are in the States and cannot find, I like a dark-ass gravy. Some people like a chicken gravy. I prefer homemade fries and a dark roasty gravy. And this is what I use today, which is pretty damn close to a good gravy. This is McCormick roast gravy. Just follow the instructions on the back. That is as close. I love this gravy for poutine. You see? You also don't want to over season your fries because gravy and cheese can be salty. I didn't even take a thumbnail because it has to be done hot, hot. I just want to challenge anybody who wants to try this. Again, you don't have to use a cheese curd. Mozzarella will do just fine. Look at this shit. Yeah. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with the gravy that I used. When I'm in a pinch, I use that, and this is pretty close to what restaurants will use. But for sure, I'm tagging one person, and like I said, this challenge is open. It's not a challenge, it's a tag. I just want people to try it. This is not something you eat all the time. It's definitely a treat. I want to tag the Tiffs. If you don't know who the Tiffs are, I'm going to link their channel in the description box below. It's Big Eye Appetite, Nate and Diane. So they combined and they did a channel together, and I would love to see them do a taste test on the poutine on their channel. So, oh my God. I also had a request to do a story time on my breast reduction surgery. So I'm going to talk about that. Even just fries and gravy by himself is good. You see the cheese curd? I cannot. Look at that. Okay, so basically, my breast reduction surgery. I think it was not decided pretty early on, but I never liked my boobs. My boobs, I was a really fast developer and I had bigger boobs than anybody else. It became a huge insecurity because as a kid, at that age, I used to get made fun of. And everywhere I go, it just drew attention. And when I'm saying I was big, I couldn't find bras. Like I was more than a triple D. I was huge. Like I said, everywhere I went, it just drew attention. So I always had a negative, what do you call it? Attachment with them. My huge knockers. As I got older, and I started working a lot on my feet and that, I'm small too. Like I'm at the time I was heavier when I had my big kahunas. But I'm short, like 5'1", 5'2", and it was a lot of weight for me to carry. So I started getting really bad back pain, shoulder and neck pain all the time. So I went to my doctor. I started talking to him about it. And he's like, you know, our old hip will cover it. Basically once. He's like, I don't recommend you getting it until you're done having kids. Which is right. Because your body will change and breastfeeding and all kinds of stuff. So I had my 2 kids. And I didn't plan on having any more. I was also overweight. I was at the heaviest I had ever been in my life. So that didn't help. So I decided, first of all, I wanted to proceed with the breast reduction surgery. But like, you have to mentally prepare for it. You have to be ready because your shit's going to change for you. Okay. And not only that, I was like, I want to lose the weight because when I lose weight, like if I get my surgery done now, you know, and then you lose weight, I didn't want to worry about excess skin and all that stuff. I'm like, I'm going to lose my weight and then do it. But we were already in the steps of making the appointment and all that stuff. And it took a long time even just to get to the appointment. I think it was about a year because there was all kinds of testing that I had to get done before. Because breast cancer hugely runs in my family. So there was also talk of, instead of getting a breast reduction, there was an opportunity or an option of a mastectomy. So I had to really think about that. There was also other things I had to take into consideration, which was getting testing for that gene, that cancer, you know, thing, and all kinds of stuff. So there was a whole lot of crap I had to prepare for. So we went ahead, booked the appointment. In the meantime, I dropped a ton of weight. Like, I think I dropped 70 pounds. My boobs were still big, but they were really saggy. So that's why this was a bonus, because I'm like, okay, good. Now I'm going to actually look proportioned, because I did not look proportioned before. But also I was thinner, had a smaller frame. I would get them like they were saggy and all kinds of stuff. I hope this is not that gross. I don't know. It doesn't gross me out because I'm a mom and I see all kinds of stuff. It doesn't gross me out. So if you're grossed out, whatever. I don't know what to tell you. So finally, like, the thing I struggled with was mentally, because don't get me wrong, I got a lot of a negative attention when I had bigger, you know, melones. I got a lot of male attention, and it's not necessarily that I didn't, it's not necessarily that it was positive or even, oh, like, maybe some people would be envious of that, but I didn't like it. I didn't like that. So, everybody kept telling me, don't do it, you'll regret it. But I had it in my mind. I'm like, I need this done, because you know what? First of all, the pain, never mind. My shoulders were always in constant pain, back pain, headaches. I would get headaches really bad. It was hard to shop. It was hard to buy clothes, find bras. The cons of having them were just, the list went on and on. Like, it was like, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I'm the type of person, though, when I have something in my head, I don't care what people think or what they suggest or whatever, because I want to like me. And I knew I would like me without my big, huge knockers. Now, a lot of men were like, oh my God. I'm like, you know what? I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit, because if you're a man and you're here with me because of my knockers, then go screw yourself. I don't need them. I don't want them. Whatever. So finally, I wasn't scared of the surgery. I heard it was painful. I heard it was painful. I heard horror stories about it. But I've had surgery before, so I wasn't like overly worried. I went. I don't remember how long the procedure was. I don't believe it was an all-day event. It was like 3, 4. I have to ask my husband. If you guys have questions, like if you want me to follow up with certain things, comment down below and I'll try my best to answer them. Maybe I'm not addressing everything. I forget, because this was almost 10 years ago. But anyway, so I had the surgery. It was painful. I have also a high pain tolerance, though. Marla, can you Google something for me real quick? Oh, wait, Google's here. Okay, Google. She doesn't listen to me, Marla.
My apologies. I don't understand.
Okay, Google. What day did Michael Jackson die?
Michael Jackson died on June 25th, 2009. Would you like to hear more?
Oh my God, it was 10 years ago. No, thank you. So that was the day I had my breast reduction surgery. June 25th, 2009.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
Okay, Google, off.
Sorry, power controls is not yet supported.
Oh. That was the day I had it done. June. Okay. And this is where I was going with that because I wanted to try and remember the day because also I remember I was in the process of moving. And I know I was packing and moving the day we moved, and we moved on July 1st. So within 6 days, I was walking around my house packing. I shouldn't have been lifting. I shouldn't have been doing all those things, but I was. So not within 5 days, during that 5 days. I think the first day, because of the anesthesia and everything like that, it wasn't too bad. But then as that wore off, obviously they prescribe you pain medication. I'm stubborn. I don't take my pain medication because it gives me other side effects and I don't like it. When I wasn't on my pain meds, yes, I was uncomfortable. But if you are taking it as required, which some days I did, I would just take it every 4 hours or 6 hours, whatever the recommended thing is. I was okay. You see, like, even now, the cheese pull's still a thing. So, I had heard of people saying I would never do that again. It was too painful, blah, blah. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't as bad. But again, I don't know, because I have a high pain tolerance. I don't know. That was the best decision I made. After, I remember I hadn't quite moved yet. I remember, like, looking at myself in the mirror. There was swelling and stuff. There was stitches. I don't think the doctor needed to pull them out, but there was, like, probably something for draining. And I feel like he had to pull them out. I think so. That hurt a little bit when they had to take that out. And the stitches were like, almost felt like a plastic. And there was one that was driving me nuts. And I had to get my sister to cut it for me because that was irritating. But I remember, like, after a week, I looked in the mirror. I had porno boobs. Like, I was, oh my God, like, I was, like, turned on by myself. I was like, oh, I haven't been this firm and perky in the longest time, you know. I was like, My sister was like, Like, we were just, like, admiring my boobs. I don't remember what size I was. I was probably close to an F. Fucking, I don't even know, maybe even a G. But I went down to I asked him to go down to a B, which is pretty small. And the reason I did that was because if I had gained weight or anything like that, it was kind of room to grow. I honestly wanted an A. Like, he talked me into having a B. Like, I just wanted the smallest possible boobs. And then, yeah, like, I mean, I remember within a week I was, like, moving. So I was mentally prepared, mentally ready for it. The best decision I made in my life. I felt so much better. I wasn't, like, hunchback, not hunchback, but, like, my posture wasn't as bad. Just, like, stuff like that. Actually, even for a long time, I was so small that sometimes I didn't even have to, like, wear a bra around the house. Or, like, you know how when you wear, like, tube tops and, like, I know it was even hard for me to wear, like, strapless bras because I didn't get the support. But, like, there was, like, certain outfits that I could get away with not wearing a bra. And I was like, oh, you know. Now, I have put on some weight since then. First of all, I ended up getting pregnant. But with that pregnancy, because I worked so hard to lose all that weight, plus my surgery, I was really cautious and gained the weight properly, ate properly. After I had my last child, I had lost all the weight from that pregnancy probably within about 3 months after her. It wasn't like that with my other pregnancies. It was because I was so careful, because I was so anxiety about the surgery and all my weight loss. Maybe it wasn't 3 months. Maybe it was like 4 or 5 months after I had her. But with the other ones, I never lost the weight after I had them. So, but with her, I was very cautious. And yeah, so I did lose everything. Now, since that point, I was actually a little bit on the underweight side. Now I'm okay. And I put on a little bit of weight, and I have probably gained 1 cup size. So from a B, I'm probably now a C, which I'm okay with. I think my husband's okay with that too. But I didn't mind the smaller size. And I hear it all the time. I got so pissed because I hear it all the time. Oh, you know, that's like the worst thing a woman can do and blah, blah, blah. You know what? No. I never felt better. I like myself, and I don't need breasts to define me. Never have I once regretted it. I would recommend it to anybody who wants to get it done. I recently got a new family doctor. I was so pissed. So, you know when you go and get a family doctor, and they take your like family history and your history, and they ask you like a million questions like, do you have like any metal stuck in your body, or have you ever had surgery before, or whatever? Are you, you know, just like that kind of stuff. And I told them all my surgeries. And you know what he freaking says to me? He's obviously a male. I'm just pissed. I don't even know why he's still my doctor. Probably because it's just convenient. But he's like, you had a breast reduction surgery? Yeah. He was like, how long ago was that? I'm like, 10 years ago. He's like, you were young? You got this? He's like, I'm totally against breast reduction surgery. I would never have recommended it. I would have advised you not to. And I'm like, well, I'm glad you weren't my doctor at the time, because that was the best thing I ever did. He's like, oh, you know, like he was actually, now that I think about it, he was kind of like overstepping his boundaries. Yeah, that's weird. I was pissed. I don't regret it at all. Not at all. I remember preparing for the surgery too. Now, it might not be the case for everybody, but because of the cancer history in my family, I had to go get an MRI done. So if that's something that scares you, just talk to your doctor about that first, because maybe not everybody has to get it done. I had to go get mammograms, MRI, and ultrasounds. I had to get all 3 done. So again, if that's something that you're worried about, I think he just wanted to be so cautious because of my history. I have a very high chance of getting it. My mom had it. My mom's aunt, my mom's sister. Like, yeah. So it's in the family. Yeah, again, like, ooh, I'm getting so full. I made a lot. Like, why? Again, if you have any questions in regards to it, yeah, let me know. I have no problem answering. That was the best, honestly, the best decision I ever made. I love myself so, not that I love myself more. I just feel that I didn't do it because of just that, like, of the attention. Like, it wasn't even like I was like, oh, you know, it's like attracting all this male attention or whatever. It was just negative attention. I don't like to have people looking at me because, first of all, I don't want people looking at me, let alone that I'm drawing attention now. So, sorry, I'm like burpy today. And that's not like me. It's all the beer and fried food and pop. Yeah. So anyway, I'm getting pretty full. Yes. So we want to see anybody that wants to do this, do it and film it. And please put hashtag Poutine tag or something like that. Or how? Lottie loves food Poutine tag. Hashtag. So I can find it. I want to see how you guys did it, how you guys liked it. To know what I mean? See, look at, see, they don't, oh, some of them will melt. I liked it. This one is a little bit big. I don't know if it'll focus. So they don't, sometimes they don't melt fully. That's why I like to have a balance of both. The matzah and the cheese curd. A lot of places here, most places, have poutine. KFC, Popeyes, McDonald's. Yeah. So you can find that stuff here. Anyway, if you guys like this, please subscribe. Again, comment down below. Comment down below if you are Canadian and what your favorite poutine place is, or favorite poutine is. Comment down below if you have questions. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you on my next video. Bye.